Mr. Productivity here to show you how to get started with Windows 10. So whether you want a new computer for work or you're a student or even just for personal use, and you're just brand new to Windows 10, one of the best places to start with Windows 10 is going to be in the Start menu itself. Now when you hover over the Start menu, most of yours is going to look very similar to what it looks like on my screen here. It is bombarded with just a whole mess of different tiles here, some of which you might not even know what they do, and that's okay. Keep in mind that it doesn't have to stay this way. Whenever I'm teaching people about Windows 10, I tell them to just remove everything and start from scratch. This gives you a clean slate to begin building your Start menu. In order to start cleaning it up, start with this. Move your mouse over any one of these tiles here. So say this one, the keeper. Go ahead and do a right click afterwards, and you're going to look for this phrase, unpin from Start. Once you click it, you're going to see that tile now is going to leave an empty space and it's going to disappear. Now, it doesn't disappear from the computer, so it doesn't uninstall. It just disappears from the Start menu. Now, as you're getting rid of those tiles, don't worry about the tiles themselves. If you see one that you feel like, oh, I'm gonna need it, again, don't worry about it. Like, the key thing that you want to do right now is really just clean it up and get rid of any unwanted distractions. I mean, granted, you can do whatever you like on your computer. So if you see a tile there that you want to keep, definitely keep it for sure. But like I said, I always like to start with a clean slate. Okay, so once you went ahead and removed all the different tiles from your Start menu, we can go ahead and just get started adding the things that we truly need. So there's 3 different types of tiles that we can create to place in the Start menu. They are programs and applications. So you're going to see the long list on the left hand side, right over here. Then you have different websites that you listen to frequently. So these can be just your favorite websites that you want to revisit, things like that. If you're working in a company, it might be your company portal, or if you're a student, you might be going to your college portal. Lastly, you're going to see that you're able to pin specific folders to the Start menu. So if, again, you're working with clients and you have specific folders for each one of those clients, you can go ahead and pin them into the Start menu here so that you have quicker access to them as opposed to trying to figure out where they are. In addition, if you're a student, again, homework, different classes, the way you organize yourself as far as your folder goes can all be pinned to the Start menu. Personal use, think of pictures. I mean, that's really all I got for that one. So saying that, if you navigate on the left hand side to the different applications, you can start picking and choosing which ones you want. So simply put, OneNote being my favorite program, so I'll go ahead and just do a right click over it, click on where it says pin to start, and you're going to see then that that's going to add a tile over on the right hand side here. Now you can go ahead and do this for the whole entire list here and just pick out the ones that you truly need. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just add a few. So I have my Paint 3D and my Photos app. So some of you may be wondering, okay, so why put applications and programs in the Start menu versus putting them on the taskbar? Now, that's a good question to be thinking about because you want to try to reduce redundancies. Now, my rule of thumb is I like to just place all my programs and applications that I need quick access to, that I know I'm gonna be going into when I ever turn on the computer. So things like email, things like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, those are things I know I'm gonna be going to frequently, so I always pin them to my taskbar. In my Start menu, I always put secondary programs, so like my Photos application or my People application for searching my contacts, things like that you know you want to have quick access to, but you're not going to be visiting all the time. Finally, jumping into websites. So we're going to go ahead and open up a Microsoft Edge window. I'm going to go ahead and open up Wikipedia because that's one I visit frequently just to get some knowledge, some quick knowledge on whatever topic I'm searching for. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to hover my mouse over to the top 3 dots on the top right hand corner. It's going to bring out another menu. From here, I'm going to look for this pin this page to start. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to get a confirmation notification, and I'm just going to confirm saying yes. Next, when I go into my start menu, you're going to see that now I have a Wikipedia icon that represents that Wikipedia website. Now I'm going to close that. I'm going to finish off by just talking about the different files. So now that we jumped into the File Explorer, it's going to look very similar to what you see on my screen here. If it's not a brand new computer, then for the most part you already pretty much have files ready to go as far as being able to use them. So on here, what you're going to be able to do is, on the left hand side, you can go ahead and pick out any folders from here, or just on the window that comes up right in front of you. The desktop is definitely one that I visit frequently, so I can just go ahead and right click it, look for this pin to start phrase, and with this scenario you're not going to see a confirmation icon or a confirmation pop-up up here, but that's okay. Know that once you hit pin this to start, you're going to see that folder pinned to the start menu. I'm going to do it for these 3 other folders that I use, so my documents and my pictures. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Now you're going to see that when I go into my start menu, I'm going to have all 3 different folders right there. So at the top I have my programs, I have my website, and I have my folders. So what I would say is get creative with this. The other things you can actually do too is customize the size of those icons. So for example, maybe I want my OneNote to be as big as it can be. I can right click over it, search for where it says resize, and then choose a different sizing for that different tile. Not all the tiles will have the same sizing option, so just be aware of that as well. I know for example websites, that's pretty much as big as you can make it. Other programs, so like for example, if I were to go ahead and add the calendar, right click on it and resize it, I can load it up to be as large as I want it to be. Now one last thing as far as the start menu goes, if you see yourself adding so many tiles and you don't want to have to scroll up and down to be able to access them, you can stretch out your start menu by moving the cursor at the edge of the start menu itself. Once you do, you're going to see a double-edged arrow. You're going to click and hold, and then you can drag it upwards to make it tall, or sideways to make it long, to make it wide. Alright, so that's been my video on getting started with Windows 10, specifically customizing the start menu. Stick around because I will be doing a whole series of these videos until you get your Windows 10 up and running. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up right down below. Feel free to leave a comment, so if you have any questions or you want to see a video of something specific, again, leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to either get back to you or just start a video by itself. And lastly, just make sure to hit that subscribe button, that way you get notifications on future videos that I release. And I'll be seeing you next time. Mr. Productivity signing out.